Hey, lovely friends. Don't mind me, I haven't been up very long, so my eyes are all puffy. And I just did some smudging, so that's why I'm coughing. Anyways, I only smoke the good stuff, the sage. So, just want to make a quick video talking about free will and what is it. I'm trying to figure this out for myself, so not necessarily telling anybody what's true, just reflecting as I do in all my videos, and I learn as much from my videos as you do, or more. But I'm just like contemplating free will, and we all think that we have it, that we innately have free will, and that all the choices we make come from a place of free will. But as I watch my mind, as I see it, and as I watch myself act and do and say things, and even think things, I start to see that when I do things, there's not really a conscious decision to do them. And even when I speak things, especially when I'm in a conversation, there isn't a conscious effort to say a certain thing. Like I don't choose what I'm going to say. And I can't even say that I'm choosing what I'm saying right now. So it's really tricky, right? We think, we have free will. The Bible says God gave us free will. We must have some kind of free will, or otherwise how could we choose to do anything? But what I think at this point is the only free will we actually have is the free will to be enlightened. And I don't mean the desire to be enlightened, but actually being enlightened is the only free will. Because until we're enlightened, until we're completely free from compulsion, mental desires, compulsion, and from incessant thinking, we're always being influenced. We're always being pulled and pushed in different directions, from liking to disliking, from craving to aversion, from love to hatred, right? And so do we really actually have any free will at all? And this comes in and brings into question the self, So maybe the self that we think we are. Wow, my eyes are really swollen. Maybe the self that we think we are is completely delusional. And maybe when we discover the truth, we'll have real free will. But the paradox to me seems to be that once we're actually enlightened, we wouldn't have any real desires probably anyways. But maybe we would. I don't really know. You can't really know. It's like you can't know until you get there. I don't know. Just postulating at this point. But it's just something I think about. I watch my mind, and let me know, watch your mind and really watch it. Really meditate, really use mindfulness during the day, and see if you're able to make any conscious decisions at all, or if they're just being informed by thoughts that arose without your conscious decision. So that's the trick. So if the thought arose without you wanting to make the thought arise, and you decided based on that thought to do something or say something, then was there any free will in the process? It's really, really tricky. So this is where I'm at in my spiritual practice. I wake up and I have, scattered, distracted thoughts, some negative thoughts, some thoughts of wanting, some positive thoughts. But I'm not actually choosing these thoughts to arise, And I was staying over at a friend's house about a week ago, and I woke up, and I was talking about, you know, some things to do with my job, and I was like, "Did we do that?" But I was awake, but I was still asleep, you know. I recall it all. I mean, I sleepwalked when I was in Thailand. I actually went. I was staying with Dougie, and I actually got his key. And I think I remember what it was that I took. I think I took his sweater or something. And I actually got the key, put it in my pants pocket, like put my proper clothes on, got the key. I think I took his sweater. I went down into the elevator, and I don't know where I was going. And then I got to the bottom of the elevator, and I woke up. But I was awake the whole time. I remember it clearly. I wasn't dreaming, but I was dreaming, you know? So what is this? What is this? And, you know, I was able to act out things that I would act out in my regular life, in my daily life. But I was doing it completely unconsciously. So who's to say that anything else I do and say is conscious at all? You know, who's to say I actually have any free will? You know, maybe there is no such thing as free will. And what I think right now, which if you watch a lot of my past videos, you'll notice that my views changed a lot over the last few years. Very drastically different. You know, feel free to watch them all, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what I believe now or think now. You know, I think that, you know, the only free will is actually when all desires cease and there's no compulsion, there's no belief at all that the thoughts that arise in your mind are yours. I think that's the only time we actually have any free will. So tell me what you think. I love you. I know this is not really an easy thing to consider because we are all identified with the self. We all think that our thoughts and our choices are ours. But I don't know. I don't know anymore. I can't say that my choices and my thoughts, my actions are actually mine. I don't think any of this is really mine. Because I don't seem to be acting consciously when I really look at it. You know, I see myself like following compulsion. And that's why I really, really try to practice, because I need to stop acting unconsciously, you know, and sit and stop my mind from going all these places and put it in one place so that I can actually have some, maybe just for half an hour or however long I sit, maybe for a portion of that time, I can stay with my object and actually use free will to do what I want to do with my mind, so that I can free it from this discursive thinking, so that maybe I can see what's really real. Maybe I can really see through my own delusions. So I love you. Have a wonderful day. Use mindfulness, you know. Don't just live your life. Don't just go by, you know, the throes of your compulsions and your thoughts. Don't just allow your thoughts to drive your life. You know, see if you can see underneath that. If there's, you know, here's the one thing that I know for sure. If we're upset, if we're able to be upset by our thoughts, or driven by our thoughts, or compelled in any way by our thoughts, they're probably not our thoughts. They're probably not, there's probably no free will in our action. Because free will, I think, would come from a place of calm decision, oh, I think I'll do that now. That seems like a good idea. And maybe even that, maybe there's even no free will there. I just don't know anymore. So I'm just sharing, ruminating, and sort of, let me know what you think. I'm not going to disagree with you, I promise. I do disagree with some people in the comments on my videos when I think it's not true. But I will give you 100%. I am not going to disagree with any, because I don't know the answer to this one. So, and maybe I don't know the answer to anything. But I do love you. I do think you're amazing. I do thank you for watching. Subscribe. Catch you later.